Hello students, good evening to all of you. I'm Seema Pandey, your biology teacher. Hope you all are safe and sound at your home. So today we will continue molecular basis of inheritance, that is chapter 6 I hope. And so student, we had already done in this chapter about introduction of DNA, about the Watson and Crick model of DNA, and replication. We had done some experiments. We had done some and replication experiments like Griffith experiment, Hershey and Chase, Michelson, Stahl and Michelson, right? So we had done all these things, and we had done replication and transcription also. Today we will continue that translation. Clear? So in translation, it is the process. What is translation? Translation is the process of polymerization of amino acids to form a polypeptide. So the amino acids are joined by a bond which is known as peptide bond. Clear? So amino acids are, as I told you about that, proteins are made up of amino acids, right? Amino acids are attached with or joined with the bond which is known as peptide bond. It is asked in your exam that what is the name of bond or by which bond amino acids are joined together. Clear? So please remember this. So formation of peptide bond requires energy obviously. So in the first phase itself, amino acids are activated in the presence of ATP and linked to their cognate tRNA is called as charging of tRNA. I told you about tRNA in your last class. tRNA means transfer RNA. The function of tRNA is the transfer of genetic code, transfer of genetic information from mRNA, from mRNA to the obviously in form of protein, right? Or amino acylation tRNA. So when this charging of tRNA means to say when this tRNA has a when amino acid binds to the tRNA, or you can say when tRNA will read the genetic code of particular amino acid. So this process is called the charging of tRNA or amino acylation of tRNA. Clear? So please remember this word, that amino acylation of tRNA. So ribosomes are responsible cell organelle for the synthesizing of proteins. The ribosome consists of structural RNAs and about 80 different proteins. Student, please remember this question can be asked that which cell organelle is responsible for the synthesizing of proteins. So obviously ribosomes are responsible. You have had learned from the ninth class that ribosomes are the cell organelles which are helping in the protein synthesis. Its function is the protein synthesis, right? So just see how it helps in the protein synthesis. Right, the ribosome consists of structural RNAs and about 80 different proteins. Actually, in ribosome there are two subunits. One is the large subunit and one is the small subunit. So when the small subunit encounter an mRNA, the process of translation of the mRNA to protein begins. So translational unit in mRNA is the sequence of RNA that is flanked by the start codon. I told you in the last lecture that start codon is AUG, right? Or initiation codon is the AUG, or you can say AUG is also the AUG has a dual function, that AUG codes for the methionine amino acid, right? And the stop codon and codes for the polypeptide. Clear, student? So please remember it. So we will here we will start actually the initiation of translation. As I told you, in case of transcription, there are three steps of transcription: initiation, elongation, and termination. As usual, there are three steps of translation. That is initiation of translation, elongation, and termination. Clear? So for the initiation of translation, what is required? The ribosome binds to the mRNA at the start codon AUG. Remember it, always binding will take place at the AUG only. Clear? Because this is the initiation codon. That is recognized only by the initiator tRNA. I told you in the last lecture that there are a particular tRNA, particular transfer RNA for the different amino acids, right? For a single amino acid, there are a different or single tRNAs present. Is it clear? So the ribosome proceeds to the elongation phase of protein synthesis. So ribosome, the function of ribosome is very important. It helps in the elongation phase. Elongation means amino acids comes and bind. Amino acids comes and bind. Obviously with the help of the codon only. Clear? So during this stage, complex is composed of an amino acid linked to tRNA. Sequential binds to the appropriate codon in mRNA by forming complementary base pairs with the tRNA anticodon, means transfer RNA anticodon here. So the ribosomes moves from codon to codon along the mRNA. Sorry, it will not write like this. Capital M is not here. Here should be small m and capital R, capital N, capital A. This is wrong. I'm very sorry. So amino acids are added one by one, translated into polypeptide sequences, dictated by DNA and represented by mRNA. Clear? So all this about the translation. At the end, a release factor binds to the stop codon, terminating translation and releasing the complete polypeptide from the ribosomes. Right? As I told you, for the initiation of translation, there is a need of initiator tRNA. Ribosome binds with the mRNA at the start codon that is recognized only by the initiator tRNA. Right? The ribosome proceeds to the elongation phase of protein synthesis. So during this stage, what will be happened here? That complementary base pairs, according to the complementary base pairs, whatever bases are present on the mRNA, so complementary base pairs comes from the tRNA and they will recognize it as an amino acid and they will bind to amino acid at the ribosome, and ribosome moves from codon to codon along the mRNA, right? So amino acids are added one by one, translated into polypeptide sequences. Polypeptide sequences or polypeptide chains are bond with the help are formed with the help of the binding of a different amino acid, right? Which bond is there? That is peptide bond. Clear? Dictated by DNA and represented by mRNA means that is represented by the messenger RNA, but actually the codes are coming from the DNA, right? As you know, DNA is a genetic material, right? So at the end, a release factor binds to the stop codon. Stop codon, I told you there are three stop codon, right? Terminating translation and releasing the complete polypeptide chain from the ribosome. So see, this is about the translation here. This is the ribosome. This is the small subunit. This is a large subunit. You can see this is the structure of tRNA. I told you in the next class. So particular, uh, uh, you can see here particular amino acids are recognizing or binding here or making the this is the you can say this is a protein chain or polypeptide chain are forming here, right? With the help of tRNA released after amino acid removed, right? Empty tRNA is there. See, these tRNA has its own bases. Now they will bind with mRNA. See, according to the base pairing. Clear है? G will binds with C, A will U, G will binds with C. As you know this, about the complementary base pairing, right? So there are, and I told you about the 20 amino acids are present here in the whole living system, and two more are recognized nowadays, and you have to tell me the name of those new recognized amino acids, right? This is your homework. So tRNA from the cytosol carrying amino acids. Anticodon is this. And what is anticodon? Means this is which is present in the which base pair or which codons are present at the mRNA. This is called codon, right? Like GGU, UCA, GAG, right? And which bases which are present on the tRNA or transfer RNA, right? So these are called anticodon. Means